You're still watching One News Now. I'm Charles Lejano. The Education Department is asking Congress for a more sizable budget, less than 2 weeks before the school year kicks off. To give us details, Mean Los Baños is joining us live from Pasig. Mean, how much exactly did the DepEd ask for?
Charles, the Department of Education is asking for a 606 billion peso budget for 2021. This is school's transition to blended learning system next year. During today's budget hearing, DepEd Secretary Leonor Briones said they're also in talks about the shift to new normal in schools. For one, she said classrooms and school buildings will have to be redesigned to ensure safety among students and teachers. Senator Win Gatchalian asked for the restoration of 300 million budget for DepEd Special Education Program or SPED. He said the funds would be used for the procurement of hearing aids, braille, and other materials for learners with special needs. Meanwhile, the education chief reported that as of Friday morning, Charles, a total of 24.6 million students have enrolled. Enrollment rate in public schools have reached 99% with 22.4 million enrollees, but the same cannot be said for private schools, which currently have 2.1 million learners. Briones assured lawmakers that it is not the final tally yet, as late enrollees will be accepted. Yes, Charles?
All right, thanks, Mean. Since we're talking about 2022 elections already, does the DepEd have any updates on the role that teachers will play in manning polling stations?
Actually, Charles, Senator Sonny Angara asked Secretary Briones if there will be enough manpower, enough teachers to help in the voting if the COMELEC will push through with its plans to extend the voting hours or make it 2 to 3 days. And Secretary Briones responded that there is no problem with the willingness of teachers to volunteer and help in the election or in the electoral process or voting days, but they have to make sure that the teachers are protected and complying with the safety standards under the DOH to make sure that the teachers will not get sick or be infected if ever COVID-19 will still be present in 2022 elections. Charles?
Yeah, hopefully not then. Thanks for that, Mean. That was Mean Los Baños reporting live from Pasig City.
Thank you.
Malacanang opposes the proposal to postpone the 2022 elections. Palace spokesperson Harry Roque described the upcoming polls as a public service that the government must ensure to deliver. He added that postponing the elections will lead to constitutional challenges. Pampanga Representative Mikey Arroyo made the proposal, citing the threat of the COVID-19 pandemic. Some senators are also against this idea. Senate President Tito Soto said the suggestion poses a number of constitutional issues, as the tenure of elected officials is fixed. Senator Panfilo Lacson agrees, adding that any discussion on the proposal is futile or a waste of time and energy. Also opposing the idea is Senate Minority Leader Franklin Drilon, who said it could give way to the main objective of extending the term of elected officials. For Senator Kiko Pangilinan, there are various ways to proceed with the poll, such as dedicating several days to avoid crowding among voters. Senator Amy Marcos also rejected the proposed postponement, citing other countries, such as South Korea, that were able to conduct elections despite the COVID-19 pandemic. Airlines are assuring travelers that the necessary health and safety protocols are in place as they expect a surge in passengers with the reopening of Boracay. Gerard de la Peña has the rest of the story.
Airports may soon see more passengers as the popular beach destination Boracay reopens to tourists come October. Budget carrier AirAsia assured the public that strict health protocols are in place.
Importante na yung safety pa rin ay in place. So we are still waiting dun sa final guidelines na ilalabas ng local government unit para nang sa ganun mas mag-boost pa namin yung aming campaign dun sa pagsuporta namin sa reopening ng Boracay.
Flag carrier Philippine Airlines said it is ready to mount flights to Calibo and Caticlan as soon as the government allows leisure trips. For its part, Cebu Pacific hopes more Filipinos will start traveling again. The airlines acknowledged that reopening the flights to Calibo and Caticlan would help them bounce back from their losses due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Each major local airline ruled out 2 to 7 flights per day to and from these popular tourist destinations before the pandemic. Meanwhile, they are appealing to the public for understanding as they scramble to refund passengers whose flights have been cancelled since March. For News 5, Gerard de la Peña, We Are One News.
Good news for basketball fans is the Basis Conversion and Development Authority, or BCDA, guarantees the safety of PBA players as the IAPF greenlights the so-called PBA Bubble. In an interview with One News's Agenda, BCDA President and CEO Vince Dizon said strict safety protocols will be in place. Regular swab tests will also be conducted on players as well as staff. The IAPF on Thursday officially approved the bubble plan, which will be held in Clark, Pampanga. PBA games will begin on October 11.
Okay.
Is we benchmark the most successful sports bubbles in the world. Binenchmark po natin ang NBA, ang Major League Soccer sa US, ang National Hockey League, at ang National Football League. Ang mga protocols po nila, yun po ang mga gagamitin natin at para po masigurado.
For more updates, follow News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for in-depth analysis. And you can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Just register for a free account now at www.signalplay.com so you can stream One News live anytime and anywhere. I'm Charles Lejano. We are One News.